Okay, so welcome everybody. Welcome to the Abundance Zone. I'm your host today, Rachel Smith, and I am the business grower. And just to give you a little bit of background knowledge about who I am and why I'm sat here talking to you about wealth is mindset. I'm a business and money coach, and I work with my fabulous clients who are female business owners who are working really hard in their business and are looking to really kind of up-level and upgrade their business and their results, and they're looking to really start to attract in a consistent flow of clients and money to them. And the way that I work with my clients is either through my one-to-one work or group coaching work, and I look at three aspects of my clients. The first one is money, and that's why we're talking about money this morning. It's absolutely essential as women and as business owners that we have a fabulous relationship with money. Until you do this work, it is highly likely that you are repelling money, but there's some really brilliant ways that you can attract money into you really easily and effortlessly by working on your money stuff. The second area that I support female business owners with is that kind of can-do mindset, because mindset is absolutely everything. If you have a disbelief in yourself and your ability to do anything, it is going to be incredibly difficult to run your business, to grow your business, and attracting those clients that you truly want to work with. And the third aspect is kind of knitting that all together, looking at marketing. If you're not marketing your business regularly and so consistently and persistently, it's going to be very difficult for you to get yourself out there, get yourself in front of your clients, and to get yourself attracting a lovely flow of clients, because that's what we all want, isn't it? So I've created this opportunity every Tuesday at 11:30 for me to connect with my audience, so hello, and also for me to deliver like a 10-minute masterclass that you can use. So it's kind of me sharing my content that will allow you to change the way that you perhaps manage your money or think about money. I'll be sharing some ways that you can change your mindset, and obviously we'll talk about marketing as well. So the best way to get involved is come and get involved in the live session, because after I've delivered the content, there's an opportunity for you to come and ask me questions, and if you're feeling brave enough, you can actually even come and sit right next to me in the hot seat, and we can really do some deep work in that way. So this recording will be available via Blab. It's also going to be available in my free Facebook group, which is Live Your Abundant Life. And if you have any questions during the Blab, if you just wait until the end and then ask them via the chat box. And if you've got any questions after, or if you perhaps listen to the recording, you can bob into my Facebook group if you're a member, which is Live Your Abundant Life, and ask me there, or you can email me over at rachelsmithlifecoach.com. So, okay, let's get involved, kind of get into this content now. And I really wanted to kick this off talking about that wealth is a mindset, because until you really believe this, it's going to be very difficult for you to attract money and clients to you. So it's absolutely essential that we kind of have that wealth mindset. So I'm going to start the masterclass by asking you to respond kind of internally to this statement. And the statement is, I can attract all the clients and money I desire to me. So that is the statement. So, how do you feel about that statement? When I read it to you now, I can attract all the clients and money that I desire to me. So if you're going, yes, I can, I do, and I will, that is brilliant. That kind of really indicates that you've got a really positive wealth mindset. If you're thinking, what a load of rubbish, business isn't like that, it's really difficult, I'm lucky if I attract new clients to me, I'm working all the hours that I can, and it's very, very difficult for me to attract all the clients and money that I desire. Or if you're maybe a bit in between where you're thinking, well, actually, that's kind of partly true. It really does suggest that actually you're here at the right place listening to this masterclass. And it's about really opening up and looking at how having a wealth mindset will actually help you come to that statement. You know, if I said that statement to you in a few weeks' time, it could be that you have a completely different reaction to it. You've maybe gone from a no to a maybe, and maybe from a maybe to yes, that's absolutely right. And this is why I teach money, and this is why it's one of the key elements that I work with my clients on. Because until you understand about how you feel about money and actually start to work on it, it's going to be really quite tricky for you. It's going to feel, you know, business is going to feel like a struggle, and we don't want that, do we? We've all like come to our businesses to do the things that we love to do, and we don't want to struggle and worry and panic. So let me just kind of give you a bit of an analogy about a wealth mindset. So you want to think about it as a tap. So currently the tap is switched off, and that, you know, if you were thinking that it was a no for you when I read that statement out to you, that tap, your wealth tap, is kind of switched off. It might even be a bit stuck in there, and that really suggests that you need to do some deep work on your mindset around wealth, money, and abundance. If your kind of wealth tap is turned right on, that really indicates you've got a lovely flow of clients coming to you, and that's brilliant. But if your kind of wealth tap is just kind of dripping a little bit, it kind of suggests that you still have some mini blocks there that you need to work on to really allow that flow of clients to move to you. So why is having a wealth mindset important? Well, it's absolutely important, because when we have a wealth mindset that is in the kind of negative, where we're worrying and fretting the whole time about what we can do to attract new clients to us, it makes us feel as if we're struggling in our business. It makes us worry about where the next paying client is coming from. It makes us really anxious, and it kind of heightens our awareness of what other people in the industry to ourselves is perhaps doing. We start to kind of compare ourselves to what they're doing. And also we can start to panic, you know, we can start to panic that we can't actually make our business work. And that kind of disbelief starts to really kind of start to come in and make you feel as if you actually are not one of the lucky people who can make business work, and perhaps you need to give it all up. So having a negative wealth mindset actually allows all of those fears and feelings to come into play. And, you know, it's not a nice place to be in. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I've never felt any of those things. I've always had, a flow of clients and abundance coming to me. No, I have not. This is definitely something that I have been working on as well. So, you know, it's all work in progress. So, listen, we've talked about what happens when you haven't got a wealth mindset. So what happens when you have got a wealth mindset? So what happens when you have total belief in what it is that you do? When you have total belief that the clients who need to come work with you will come and find you. And when you have total belief that you are on track and that you can clearly go out there and call in clients to you, what happens when you've got that wealth mindset is that you have the courage to go out and be highly visible in your business. And you'll start to, perhaps you go out networking more, perhaps you'll engage more in Facebook groups, perhaps you'll open up some really neat opportunities for people to come in and connect with you. You've got that kind of high frequency vibe going on. People come across you, whether that's on social media, whether that's through video, or when they come to meet you face to face, perhaps at a networking event. They can feel that there's something positive going on with you, and they're really attracted to that. So when you've got, a really positive wealth mindset, this is how you feel. This is how you attract other people to you. And you start to attract the right clients to you. Money starts to come into you. And also the important thing here about that is that money doesn't go flying out the door as well. We've all had that, haven't we? We're on a roll. business is great, money's coming in, and then as soon as it comes in, it goes flying out the door. And there's some reasons why that's happening, and it's often because, again, we're doing that kind of repulsion. It's like, let's get rid of that money. And, when we've got that wealth mindset, we're really stepping up in our business, and we're really going out and shining our light as well on those people who need to be connected to us. So we've talked about why it's important to have a wealth mindset. We've talked about what it's like to have that kind of wealth mindset. So hopefully you want to know how you can actually create a wealth mindset for yourself. So if your wealth mindset is currently in the off position, or if it's maybe just kind of stuck on, you're getting a few drips of clients and money coming through to you, these are 3 things that you can do, and these are the 3 things that you can do yourself without becoming an expert in money and without you having to do anything fancy. And the first one is that kind of internal work. You need to make money your friend. So if you are harbouring any belief that you are not worth somebody coming and working with you, if you're harbouring belief that money is evil, that only rich people can have this fabulous life, that only greedy people can attract money into you, if you've got any of those beliefs going on, it really is about turning that around and beginning to accept and understand that money is actually your friend. When you're in business, it's absolutely essential that you have a flow of money coming to you. So allowing money to become your friend is absolutely essential here, however uncomfortable it might make you feel. And I think a really good example of somebody who embraces money in a really positive way is somebody like Sir Richard Branson. So he's a really wealthy person, and he doesn't just sit in his on his tropical island, does he? He goes out there and he does some good to the world. So rather than thinking that money is evil and that it's wrong to want to attract money into you, it's thinking about what money will bring to you. So perhaps you're not going to be Sir Richard Branson and start to change some fundamental policies and activities that go on internationally, but think about what it would mean to you as a person, as a business, as a parent, as a sibling, whatever you are in your life. Think about what that money will mean to you, and it's highly likely that money, having more money in your life, will actually mean that you can grow your business. You can work with more amazing people, that perhaps you can expand your business and actually deliver business in a different way, so you can attract more people to you and they can work with you. It could be that attracting more money into you means that you can get some more support. So you're not working 60 hours a week. You can actually work a few reduced hours. Perhaps you've got somebody who's working on your website. It also means that you've got choice. I definitely remember a time when I had to choose between, can I really afford to go and sit in that cafe with a baby and have a cup of coffee? We're talking about £3. But at the time, it was a difficult choice. But when you're attracting money into your business and into your life, and when you're open to that, when you've made money your friend, actually it's fine, because you can open up the world of choices for you and for the people who you deeply connected to in your life. And it means that you start to have that confidence to go out there and plan some really amazing opportunities for your crowd as well. You can go and serve your clients even more. The number 2 thing is, in order for you to create that kind of wealth mindset as a business owner, and this is so important for women. I'm so glad that I'm doing it on International Women's Day today here, is because it's thinking about what you do for your clients, and it's having that self-worth. So the second point is to be totally connected to what it is that you do and the reasons why you do it. Because sometimes as women, we fail to put a value on that, a true value on that. We just think, just little old me in my business doing this over here. And it's actually much more than that. So it's about turning this around and thinking about, what is the experience, the transformational experience that your clients are receiving because of working with you? And what is the true value of that? And if you wanted to take it a little bit further, you could even say, what would it be like if you didn't do what you did? What would happen to your clients then? So it's been really connected to what it is that you do and understanding the value of that to your clients. So then you can start to feel that vibe, like, oh my God, I do this really incredible, deep, amazing work. And if I didn't do that, my clients would be stuck with X or whatever it is. So number 2 is really being totally connected to, your why and the experience that your clients have and what it would be like if you didn't do what you did. So kind of self-worth is absolutely key here. If you don't value what you do properly, how can you expect somebody else to value you the same and to deliver that in terms of money? And number 3, and this is quite a big one, but in terms of, if you think about those people that you are surrounded by who you see to be really successful, do you think they've got there because they're worried about what people think about them, or they've got there because they've got that self-belief that they can do it? And they've kind of got that self-belief even when they've probably had the door shut in their faces 100 times. Nobody talks about that bit, do they? They never talk about all of the failures. So it's about creating that self-belief. So that's number 3, is that kind of believe in yourself. When you've done step 2, when you start to understand what it is that you do for your clients and how important that is, your self-belief will start to naturally build. So be really, really kind to yourself. Those kind of like internal messages that we all give ourselves, like, oh, you're really rubbish, oh, you're so rubbish at that, or who do you think you are, oh, you can't do that, you'll be really rubbish at it. Be kind to yourself. If you're at the beginning of your entrepreneurial journey, be really kind to yourself. Don't start comparing yourself to somebody who's been in business 10 years and kind of go, oh, well, it's kind of a bit of an easy get out, isn't it? Because you can look at them and go, well, it's okay for them because they're like raking in £1 million, but you're kind of comparing your beginning to their middle or even their end of their entrepreneurial experience. So it's absolutely essential to believe in yourself and to be kind to yourself so that you can start to create that self-belief well within you. And when you do that, you will speak more confidently about what it is, what you do and how you do it, and people will be attracted to that. And that self-belief will start to come through in terms of your message, in terms of the connections that people have with you, and people will come and want to work with you. And some of the ways that you can actually start to create that self-belief, and I'm being really honest here because I totally understand as a business owner what it's like to keep going, and not get the results that you really desire. Self-belief can get chipped away really, really easily. But when you start to work on your self-belief, when you allow yourself to be vulnerable to making mistakes and learning from those lessons, it's also really important for you to pick yourself up and take the lessons from that experience and then to move on. And it's the kind of the steps that you can do. Some of them are really easy and lovely ones as well, is that you can go, and anybody can do this, you can go and do some exercise that really lifts your spirits. It also allows you some space and some time to kind of reflect on what the heck has been going on as well. And all of those things that perhaps you've been holding on to, that where you've been giving yourself a hard time, they'll just start to fall away. Some of the other things that you can do to increase self-belief is, work with a coach, work with somebody who's actually going to hold you accountable, who's going to be like in your corner going, come on, you can do it, and really giving you that kind of positive push and celebration, because we're all very good at working hard in our businesses, but sometimes we forget to celebrate our successes. You could, if this floats the boat, you could look at meditating or creating like a gratitude journal where you actually identify all the things that you're grateful for, and rather than focusing on all the things that you're really rubbish at, it's starting to reprogram you so you start to pick up the things that are really brilliant already in your life. You could work in a mastermind group where you are surrounded by like-minded people with a similar journey to you, who again in there kind of giving you a whole kind of like, come on, you can do it. Visualizations, affirmations, they're all really brilliant things that you can do to work on your mindset. So if the mindset piece is really resonating here, I really do suggest that if you haven't done work on your mindset before, that you start to do it, because it might just be the one thing you need to do to actually start to kind of skyrocket your results and start to get that flow of clients and abundance to you. Okay, so let's recap what I've just covered in the last 20 minutes. Number one is, to create a wealth mindset. Number one is let money be your friend. Number two is be really connected to what it is that you do and value that, so that others can value that for you as well. And number three is creating that self-belief in what you do. And just, step away from the comparison kind of cycle that we can get into as business owners, and start to really focus on what it is that you're already really brilliant at, and start to celebrate those. Okay, so that can conclude the content I'm sharing today. I just wanted to flag up that I'm just going to pause the recording now because I don't want